Hello, hope all of you have been doing well and keeping safe. A question that I have often been asked by many friends is that what are some of the approaches and what are some of the qualities that a person should have to be incredibly successful in sales, particularly when a deal is in motion? I have spoken about how do you go about making your first call. I've also spoken about making cold calls and also about identifying potential prospects or potential opportunities from within existing accounts or new accounts. We have spoken a lot about these areas. Going forward in my next few videos, I do hope to share with you some things that have helped me succeed during my sales career. Well, I think the first important quality which helps any salesperson become incredibly successful is a quality that begins with the letter P. It is called persistence. In fact, many years ago, I remember while championing a specific opportunity, when the odds were stacked up against me, I guess the only thing I could do was to make sure that I continuously persisted, kept meeting the customer, kept reinforcing my messages, and do that over a long period of time. In fact, this was a jute mill. It was on the outskirts of Kolkata, on the banks of the majestic and beautiful river Hooghly. I realized that perhaps we didn't have the right solution, though we had the right technology, because our product had not been tested in a specific jute mill or with another customer in that industry. So, if we won the deal, it would be our very first one in this segment. And that was incredibly important because jute at that point in time was a thriving industry. I realized that if I had to win, I had to do something different. And I recognize that many of my competitors, they actually like to work during normal working hours. And as many of you might know, some of our manufacturing facilities and factories actually work right through weekends. So that was a sweet spot for me. Every Sunday morning, I would wake up early, catch a train, go all the way to where the jute mill was located, and spend the entire day out there and take the evening train back home on Sunday. I would spend the entire day with the IT team, taking them through what my product, what my technology could do, build some fabulous lifelong relationships, and eventually, over a period of time, was able to convince the customer that though we did not have any other customer in his segment. But if he bet on us, A, we would not let him down. B, he would have deployed a technology which was far superior to what the rest of his peers had done. Of course, there was a risk, but that's what my job was over a period of 2 years, waking up every Sunday morning, going right in front of the customer and convincing him time and time again that we were the right partner. One fine day, we were blessed and fortunate to learn that we had been selected, and our product did incredibly well. And thereafter, we sold to many other jute mills. So, persistence always pays. So, that was my very early lesson. And I think it has helped me to win many deals going forward in the future as well. Another quality which kind of helps a salesperson is on when to stoop, because when you stoop, you can conquer. Many times in sales, you think that it is a war out there and you just have to win it at any cost and every cost. And I think many times as salespeople, we need to pause and reflect. We need to review our strategy and perhaps make some very important strategic changes in the approach that we are taking. From my own career, several years ago, I was pursuing an opportunity with a very large electricity board. They had got funding from the World Bank, and we were following the World Bank RFP processes. This customer needed a variety of technology products, some low end products for a large number of their sites, and a few high end products for some of their regional centers. All of the bidders did their best and threw their hat in the ring. As we went through the evaluation cycle, we recognized that when it came to the larger number of locations, we perhaps were not as well poised as our competitors. Now, obviously, everyone likes to get the big, juicy deal. Everyone wants to be there where you could be seen in hundreds of locations. We took a strategic call that we would just focus on the regional centers and worked along with the customer to split the deal. So, changing the goalpost becomes incredibly important midstream many times when you're running a sales campaign, and one should not hesitate. We stooped, and the story to be told, a couple of years later, after the deployments were completed, we were home safe and dry. We had collected all our money, and our other competitor, who had won the larger part of the deal in hundreds of locations, were still trudging the streets trying to collect, uh, the payments from each and every small location. And I heard that many years later, they were still trying to collect their money. So, though the size of our deal was smaller, but it was more impactful, we were at the more prominent sites. Importantly, we collected our money. And in sales, that's another very, very important lesson, that you actually make the sale when you collect the money. Well, we will talk about more things in my future videos, and I do hope some of my lessons will help you in your career. Thank you very much for listening in.